Welcome back to my booth. Irfan here. I have been eagerly waiting to receive this smartwatch from Banggood, and finally it is here. This is one of the latest models from Xiaomi Amazfit called GTR. It goes for $167, and honestly, this is one good-looking watch. I've always been a fan of the classic round dial leather band watch, but this is more. Let's dive into the details after the unboxing.
If gadget reviews, DIY projects, and life hacks are your thing, then consider subscribing to my booth and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of the action.
Here is the box. You have all the main features mentioned here: AMOLED display, long-lasting battery, continuous heart rate detection, notifications, water resistance, multiple sports activity modes. Inside the box, we have another white box. Here is the watch, the absolutely good-looking Amazfit GTR. Other than that, we have the charging dock. It has a USB cable at one end, and the pad is magnetic, so you can just slap on the watch. And finally, a user manual. I know I'm repeating myself, but once again, this is a beautiful machine. Very elegant looking, classic big round dial with a glossy stainless steel crown. There's also a shiny black version available. You've got two buttons over here. This ring on the top with the hours markings has sort of a sandblasted effect, which gives it a very neat look. Below the dial, we have the heart rate sensor and the charging contacts. The strap is a mashup of silicone and leather, and the brown and black really complement each other. The finishing is great, very neat all around. The silicone is super comfy to wear, and this is a changeable band, so you can swap it for a different one if you like. It's 19.7 centimeters long and 2.2 centimeters wide. Now I have the 47 millimeters dial, but there's also a 42 millimeters version available, which is also available in different colors, by the way. Now when you switch it on, there is a QR code which shows up on the screen, and you have to download the Amazfit app to unlock the watch. I've already done that, and we'll come to the app in a moment. The watch display is 1.39 inches, 454 by 454 pixels, AMOLED. It is very crisp, vibrant, and bright. The colors are great. This is the default watch face. It shows the time, date, day, remaining battery life, and the steps for the day. Of course, you don't have to settle for this one. When you go to settings, watch face, you can change it to a digital one. Now these two which you have seen so far are always there on the watch, and there's a slot for a third one which you can choose from the app. There are dozens more available there, and there is one for everyone's liking for sure. I personally love analog faces, and there are more than enough of those for every occasion or outfit. In total, there are 96 watch faces on the app to choose from. From the home screen, you can swipe down to get to the control center. There's a flashlight here, and you can also adjust the brightness of the watch. I've left it on auto so it adjusts according to the ambient light, and it is bright enough to be clearly seen in daylight. Other than that, there's a do not disturb mode, battery saver, and screen lock. You can also swipe sideways from the home screen to see the steps, distance, and calories burned throughout the day. The pedometer is quite accurate. I walked a specific number of steps and compared it to the watch, and every time there was no more an error of 5 steps. When you swipe once more, you get to the heart rate sensor. Now it takes a couple of seconds to count the heartbeat and then display it there. And other than the numbers, it also shows the intensity of the heart rate. This is actually quite helpful during a workout. For the main menu, you swipe up from the home screen. Now, before I get into the details, I would like to point out that the whole user interface is really smooth. It moves fluently, and even the icons are very simple and subtle, not flashy like most budget smartwatches. Now, here first we have the status, which is pretty self-explanatory. It also shows the graph of steps for all days of the week. Next is heart rate. Again, this is the same thing which can be accessed from the home screen. In workouts, you have about 12 activities to choose from, including running, walking, treadmill, cycling, climbing, swimming, and even gym workouts. I tested out the running workout, and I'll come to the results in a moment. After workouts, we have the activities history. You can check the same on the app too, but even here the details are quite comprehensive. Then we have the weather, audio player. So from here basically you can control your phone's audio player. Now it won't play on the watch since there is no speaker on it. You can simply play, pause, change tracks, and decrease the volume, and it will reflect on the phone or whatever your phone is connected to, like headphones or a Bluetooth speaker. Then we have notifications. Basically, when your watch is connected to your phone via Bluetooth, it will receive and display all notifications from your phone immediately when received. It works with all the apps, and you can even customize it by yourself to allow and block certain apps. When connected, it also displays incoming calls. You can either reject it or ignore it from the watch but not answer. Next, we have alarms. You can set it from the watch or the app, but truth be told, the vibrations are not that aggressive, and I don't think even a mildly heavy sleeper will feel it unless it continues to vibrate after every 10 minutes. Event reminders can be set from the app. Then, in more, we have a built in compass, an air pressure meter, and an altitude meter, and these are pretty accurate readings actually. I cross checked it with another device. Other than that, we have a stopwatch, countdown timer, and a find your phone option, which will initiate a ringing sound on your phone provided it is connected and inside the Bluetooth range. And finally, in settings, we have the watch face, which I have covered earlier. Screen on duration. Now the watch lights up when you lift your wrist, so you can set from here for how long the screen stays on. I have set it to 15 seconds. You can also just tap on it or press any of the two buttons to light up the screen. Next is quick startup. Now if you notice, the upper button on the side has a red ring around it. This is the home button. The second one here is a quick access button, and from here you can set what you want to access with one click. I have set it to notifications, but you can choose from all the other available options or simply disable it. Next is always on display. Now by default the screen is black until you lift your wrist, but from here you can set it to stay always on and show the basics like time, date, steps, etc. Now it won't be the watch face you have set on display. Instead it has a one basic analog and one basic digital face. It will always be on. However, when you lift your wrist, your custom watch face comes forward. Finally, under system we have some other basic info and options like restart and shutdown. Now to test the activity tracker and the built-in GPS and GLONASS, I took it out for a run, 2 times actually. The first time I switched off my phone's Bluetooth so the watch can use its own GPS to track my route and all the other data. Well, I wasn't very happy. On the same run, I was also using my Runtastic running app, which is now called Adidas Running. There was a considerable difference between the two sets of data. My phone recorded 1 kilometer and the watch recorded 1.24 kilometers. And this changes all the other data as well, like the pace and speed. In the second run, I connected the watch to my phone, and at the same time my Runtastic app was also running separately. And once again my phone recorded 1.48 kilometers and the watch recorded 2 kilometers. Now that is quite a big difference. You can simply look at the difference between the trails. The one recorded by the phone with a data connection is how I actually went, and you can see how smooth and straight it is. And the one with the watch, it's all over the place. I mean, in some places I've actually seemed to have jumped the main road on the other side and jumped back here. So I'm not particularly happy with this feature. The data, however, is slightly more detailed in the watch app. You've got the heart rate graphs, altitude graphs, etc. Now the watch is also 580 m water resistant rated, which means you can take it 50 meters deep. So I wanted to take it for a short swim. However, it started raining, so I thought I'll probably let it soak in the rain and that will do as a test. But then I remembered that's not how I do it. So rain or no rain, here I am. Luckily by the time I reached the beach, it stopped raining. While I'm swimming, let me tell you, the battery is 410 milliamp hours. It takes about 2 hours to charge. I started using it past Wednesday and it was 55% at the time. It has been 5 days now and it is down to 12%. At this rate, a full battery shall last for 12 days in total. The manufacturer says 24 days, but I guess they're talking about completely basic usage where the heart rate monitor is off and the watch is not connected to the phone. They also claim a standby battery life of 145 days, which to be honest, I haven't had it for that long to test that. It has Bluetooth 5.0 and is compatible with iOS 8 and above and Android 4.4 and above. The connection is pretty solid. You only have to connect it once to the phone, and after that, it connects automatically every time the phone's Bluetooth is switched on. The app is called Xiaomi Amazfit, and it is pretty much an exact copy of the Mi Fit app. In the workout tab, you can see your recent workouts, sleep data, steps, etc. You can initiate workouts from here. There's not much in the Friends tab, and from Profile, you can set personal goals, add another Amazfit device, or play with the settings of the current one like watch faces, alerts, notifications, and other basic settings which I'm not going to go into detail. I've already covered it in my Amazfit BIP and Mi Band 4 review. You can watch those by clicking on the eye icon in the top right corner of the screen right now, or by checking the links in the description box below. Final verdict, I love the watch. This is not a cheap knockoff, even though it looks suspiciously similar to the Huawei GT, but Amazfit is a pretty good brand by its own. I have been using the Amazfit BIP for 2 years now, and I am satisfied by the quality. The GTR is elegant looking, rough and tough, smooth user interface, not very good GPS locationing, but great battery life, detailed and easy to use application. If you love the classic design of a watch and wanted to have all the modern day features on a budget, I think it's not a bad deal. I'll leave a link in the description box below in case you want to check it out. And I think Banggood is also having the big Double 11 sale on, well, 11th November, which is in less than a day, so you might end up getting a pretty good deal on it, or any other gadgets for that matter. That's it for now, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button below and feel free to share the video with your friends and family. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe to my booth for more gadget reviews, DIYs, and life hacks. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Instructables. All the links are in the description box below. Click on the thumbnails to watch my other videos, or check out my YouTube channel for more. And as always, thanks for watching.